folks, today what we're doing is a Father's Day card for obviously my father. I will be going home to visit him, so I wanted to upload this and make this before I flew home to Wisconsin on Saturday. So what I'm doing today is I used the Simply Charmed cartridge from Cricut, and I cut out on my Cricut the shirt and tie combo from that cartridge. And so I also used the Cruisin paper pack from Close to My Heart. And so this is what the card will eventually look like. What we're going to do is we are going to ink the edges of the collar of the shirt. We are also going to stitch the edge of this, the top of the tie, with a white pen, as well as the stripes on here as well with the white. And then we'll adhere it to the card, which is 5 by 7, and we'll stamp on the inside a sentiment that just says Happy Father's Day, and I'll show you where that's from when we get closer to that in the project. So first and foremost, what we're going to do is we are going to put this to the side, and we're going to work on the collar of the shirt as well. Because I used the same paper for both the shirt and the collar as well, which why wouldn't you? Unless you're doing a two-toned shirt, which I've seen before. So in order for this to stand out, because obviously when it's, let me get this straight, when this is on the card, you can't really see the collar. So we're going to ink the edges, and then we're also going to pop dot it up so that it has a layered image to it as well. With that, let's go ahead and get started on inking the edges of the collar. So we'll put this to the side. What I'm using for this today to ink the edges is the Close to My Heart black ink pad, and we're going to use a sponge dauber on that. So let me open this up, get out my handy case for sponge daubers. Look at the chart. It looks like black is 3 from the bottom. 1, 2, 3. Let's grab that. And this is the first time I'm using the black as for a sponge dauber. So it's going to take a little bit extra to get the ink on to the sponge dauber. So just apply some light pressure to make sure that the sponge dauber soaks up all that ink. And I will go ahead and fast forward through this part so you will stay entertained. So stay tuned for that. Okay, next what we're doing is we are going to take the tie and we are going to stitch the edges of the paper, of the solid paper. So let's go ahead and do that. Alright, now we're going to allow that to dry because the white pen does get a little wet, stays a little wet longer. So in the meantime, what we'll do is we're going to go ahead and stamp our sentiment on the inside of the card. So let me zoom out here. Okay, put this to the side. There we are. And for this, what we're doing is we are using My Pink Stamper Happiest Moments Happy Father's Day. So let's go ahead and adhere that to our clear acrylics block. And I am using the 1 inch by 3.5 inch Close to My Heart clear acrylics block. And let's get to the inside of our card. Line up our sentiment exactly where we want it, making sure that it's straight and even. Okay, we are going to press down to adhere the block to the sentiment. All right, and then we're going to adhere the ink to the stamp. And we're going to also make sure that you don't have any on the outsides right there. It looks like I'm good on that. And we're going to line this up again and stamp our image down. There we go. Now, let's work back on the inside, or I'm sorry, the outside of the card. We're going to adhere the solid pieces of cardstock to the tie itself. Looks good, doesn't it? Next, what we'll do is we will adhere it to the shirt and line it up appropriately. So there, looks good. Press that down. Looking good so far, right? I like it. And then next we're going to adhere the collar to the shirt. And for that, like I said, we're just using some top dots on that. And before I put the rest of this on, I'm going to glue it to the card base. I'm going to line this up. Next we'll work on the other. And there is our Father's Day card. Happy Father's Day. So a pretty easy, simple one to use, and I hope that you'll try it yourself. Thanks so much for watching. Bye-bye.